Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we are watching Demon Slayer, Season 2, Episode 17 or 10. I have no hope anymore in my life.
None.
Last episode left me some type of way.
Empty, distraught.
Hopeless.
Hopeless.
Well, okay. We have Tanjiro, right? We're not going to give up. But when you lay out like the facts, Tengen doesn't have an arm, and Nosuke might be dead at this point. Who knows? Zenitsu seemingly is like, I guess, best of shape. Could be wrong, but Tanjiro's already at his limit, past that like sixfold. You know. Speaking of sixfold, Zenitsu went eightfold, I think, last episode with his ability, as well as Tanjiro mixing together two breathing techniques, which was absolutely insane. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, we had no clue. And then there was the whole conversation about how each Demon Slayer before him obviously created and or changed breathing techniques and fixed them a little bit so that they would fit that person's body the best. And that was like a really amazing explanation of kind of how the other breathing techniques were created off of sun breathing. And to think that Tanjiro could actually maybe combine elements of both water and sun breathing and put them together.
Is that a Tanjiro, like, that's not a Tanjiro only ability, right? Do you think he's going to share that with like Zenitsu and Inosuke, so they are going to start trying to learn other techniques and mixing them?
I don't know if it's like, I mean, obviously, because we've talked about what if Zenitsu had gone to a different ex-Hashira found him, you know?
Yeah.
He wasn't like predisposed to meeting Gramps and learning the technique he did.
Yeah.
And obviously, Inosuke created his own already. So
he might be a little too stubborn to want to learn another technique.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the seeing Tengen's technique, he might be like, whoa, that's so cool. I want to learn it.
So flashy.
If, I mean, I just don't know. I don't think Tengen's dead. I don't think they'd kill him off screen. I think that obviously he lost an arm.
What we saw with him was different than what we saw with Inosuke. Like,
Yeah.
I have more hope that Tengen's alive than I do with Inosuke because I can't quite figure out how that didn't kill Inosuke.
Does plot armor not exist in this show, though? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, are they really going to kill off one of the big three? Because I don't know. They're human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I know that they have, like, healing breathing techniques so they can stop wounds. I hope that's the case here, but it's grim. It does not... Inosuke's, like, real... wasn't he able to move his body into, like, that really small hole? You remember that?
Yeah.
Do you think that he can like contort his body in ways like that maybe they didn't hit his heart?
Maybe. I mean, I really can't wait to see. In my mind, they didn't kill him, and in my mind, there's going to be some explanation of how he survived that, and I think he's going to be really proud of himself about it. And I can't wait to learn honestly what it was. I feel like at this point I can't say Tengen's necessarily dead. I feel like he's probably just unconscious from the poison and from battling through that.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously probably blood loss as well from losing his arm.
We thought last episode like the only like we have kind of Tanjiro, kind of Zenitsu, and maybe Nezuko, but that's like unlikely because she's already been like.
We did speculate of if things get that dire, Nezuko, they might have to bring her out again. But unfortunately, from what we kind of saw when the last time she got into the fray, it seems clear that her power is immense and possibly too much for her to control the demon instincts when that's happening. So I feel like if they brought her back out, I feel like she could totally win. But what the problem would be is how to get her back after you let her go one step further.
Yeah. Is Daki done? Or is she gonna, like, be able to... Like, okay, because her head was chopped off with a Nichiren sword, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd think that she's dead, right? But she's not, because you have to kill her and Gyutaro at the same time.
Well, Tengen chopped off her head.
Yeah.
And she was able to basically have it be put back on because Gyutaro was...
So that means that, do you think that Daki's going to be full, like back to full power now? Like no head chopped off?
That depends. So Tengen's on like a full other roof from Daki right now. Gyutaro.
Yeah.
He's on a full other roof from Daki. He has her head, but her body's all the way over there. Is something going to happen to Gyutaro having Daki's head now because he just stabbed Inosuke before he can get the head back to Daki? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question.
So that would be the only way she could re-enter the battle.
I wouldn't think anything would happen to him because, like, Zenitsu just pushed Tanjiro off of a building to save him. Everything's going to shit. Inosuke's down. Unless Nezuko comes out of the box, I feel like Daki's back to full power. Like, that's, like, I have no other
We did wonder
idea.
if the crows were around watching this and if they had already sent word to kind of get reinforcements. Yeah. Or
Shinobu wanted to come after, like, because she kind of knew that they were going to the entertainment district. No, I know it's been a little bit, but like, I'm saying that she probably would have known through Keno. Like, so that's a maybe. I don't know though.
Part of me kind of hopes it's a different. If a Hashira comes, that's, you know, I hope they like are a different one.
We thought it could be the
mist
prayer,
and the
mist
stone.
or the stone. Yeah, the prayer Hashira. I was gonna say, because isn't he so grateful or whatever?
Yeah, he's always like kind of like yeah.
But like, the only hint that we would have gotten that it could be one of those are like the two little scenes of Tengen
Just the fact
talking
that
about
Tengen
them.
brought them up, honestly, is the only thing that we have to think maybe they're gonna be the next Hashira we get to showcase. But honestly, it could have been nothing. So yeah, I guess we'll find out.
I'm scared.
What happens. Inosuke and Tengen must survive. Let's find out how, you know?
You ready? Okay. I'm trying to do breathing techniques at the moment. I'm like hyperventilating. I'm scared. The last thing he said was Nezuko, right?
That he was sorry. In a way, Zenitsu might be the only one that's like really has energy right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't have any fatal wounds. Tanjiro and Inosuke seemingly have horrible wounds.
He's been like, he was in Daki's belt for a little while, but
yeah,
he just kind of started fighting recently. Obviously, he was like up on the roof with Inosuke, and the plan was for Inosuke really to be the one that like got up close. And
yeah.
It seems like he still has energy though.
お父さんが病気で死んだのも悪いことみたい。人間なんだから誰でも何でも思い通りにはいかないわ。前を向こう。一緒に頑張ろうよ。戦おう。私の気持ちを分かってよ。
What?
Do you think that was actual communication?
That's what I'm wondering. She was like, let's fight.
Okay,
she's
she's
asleep.
still there. She does not look like she's gonna fight. Daki's back. He's trapped.
And it's on fire. The poison stopped his heart?
I don't believe that he's dead. This voice acting is terrifying. Wow. You're just gonna let him talk to you like that? There's no way he's just running away and leaving them, right? I can't believe Tanjiro would do anything like that. Maybe just get Nezuko out.
Look at that imagery. Dang. Well, Gyutaro's role is to protect his sister, his little sister.
I've never seen a situation so, like, hopeless in this show.
Agreed.
The kunai!
The wisteria!
Yeah!
Oh, the freaking fingers!
He just outsmarted him. He just outplayed him. Gyutaro was fucking around and Tanjiro just outplayed him.
He took advantage of the fact that Gyutaro wanted to talk to him because they have, like, probably because it's a big brother, little sister situation.
Yeah, that literally could have been them.
It's like will against will, basically.
Yeah.
Zenitsu!
Hell yes, Zenitsu!
He's literally like
flying.
She's seen it many times.
She's gonna
it's gonna be
improve.
different. It's gonna be improved.
Godlike speed? What the fuck is that?
It's ripping. His last chance.
He can use it twice.
1 in a million chance.
It's just will versus will on both ends. Oh no.
The sword's being repelled.
No.
No, no, no. Never give up.
How are you gonna get another opening? Oh my god! Yes!
Oh my gosh!
My man with his blade in his mouth.
own
What?
heart. We're going for the win.
He's reading his attacks like music. Holy shit.
Amazing's right.
Oh my god.
We're covering so much ground on the
Dude,
battlefield.
this is like
with both
movie
fights.
quality animation.
It's
This
amazing.
is insane. What is going on? Oh my god.
He's keeping up. How do you jump into that, you know? Was that through his
It's
freaking
through his
chin into
chin!
his mouth? Burn him.
Oh my god.
How can you ignore that? What?
He just transformed.
Shot 2, Zenitsu. Come on. What? Are you kidding me? He's still alive. Oh my god, thank god. The
Flexibility of my body, baby.
I wondered. Oh my god.
These lines.
It's like art. It's amazing art.
His scar's back to normal.
The poison. And he has literally like a hole in his... It's not over yet. Run, this isn't over yet.
Did he like self-destruct?
Is this the end of this episode?
I thought last episode was the worst cliffhanger.
But then they literally got rid of the outro for this one.
The outro is the town. There is no more town. There's no more district. What happened?
I mean, like, a lot of the really strong demons don't die, like, right away after their heads are cut off, right?
His head was cut off.
Yeah,
Like,
but a lot of them don't die immediately. It's like it takes a period of time.
Yeah. Do you think he, like, self-destructed, like, using his technique?
Maybe it was like you guys took us down, I'm gonna take you down with me kind of thing.
Yeah.
No matter how many lives.
I don't know what to even say. Well, I don't know what this is. Because Tanjiro is asking himself, like, did I cut off his head? Did I do it? Whatever, you know what I mean? So then I'm like, did he like actually finish him? Is there a way that demons can survive without like their head, which is no way, right? Because we saw both of their heads roll up to one another in like an amazing shot. But then what's the explosion? I'm just gonna like, I'm thinking it's self-destruction, right?
Yeah, I feel like that would be
all like, how does any one of us survive that?
I don't know. Like, even the wives were around on buildings watching.
Okay. Do you want to just take it like chronologically?
Okay.
The episode, because I'm like, I don't even know how to process what just happened. Okay, so Nezuko and Tanjiro in this scene when Tanjiro was like passing out. Yeah. Is like Tanjiro questioned if it was a dream or not. Is there some like astral state or like communication that can happen? I don't know.
I was
like
thinking,
telepathically.
I was thinking you always think of like twins.
Yeah.
Or something can like sometimes have like this twin telepathy kind of thing. I was wondering if maybe they're trying to play on that whole really close siblings dire situation, being able to get a message across to each other through their will and their passion alone.
Yeah.
Obviously, we already know that like both Tanjiro and Nezuko have their family members appear to them in order to wake them up from certain states.
Yeah. Or help them. Then we had Tanjiro running away, which wasn't running away. Because I was about to be like, I've never seen Tanjiro do anything like this. Like, there's no way that he's just running away from a fight.
Part of me was like, is he going to say yes to becoming a demon? Like, the only reason I would think, like, in that situation, I didn't see any way out.
Yeah.
Because it was like either that or both of them die kind of thing. Because Gyutaro was interested in keeping both of them alive if that was the case. Probably because he saw kinship there. And he said that Tanjiro interested him or something.
He liked things were like disgusting or whatever. And Tanjiro he thought was disgusting with his scar and everything.
But obviously I was like, there's no way Tanjiro really would do that. But then I was like, oh, but if he did, well, Nezuko was already accepted by the demon slayers, so maybe both of them could be demons on the side of good together. I don't know.
So Tanjiro big brained it though, right?
He knew. How did he see that a kunai was over there?
I don't know.
That's the real question. But
it was crazy. It was that was exactly.
And then he threw things that smelled.
Yeah, to hide the scent of the wisteria poison.
Of the wisteria.
And the fingers. Oh my god!
I know
dude.
It was really hard to see the fingers throughout after they were broken. Oh, and the shot of Nezuko and Tanjiro walking one way, and Tanjiro talking about how that could have been him and Nezuko when it showed Gyutaro and Daki walking the other way.
Yeah. That was an amazing shot. It just like it's I don't know if like obviously we hear Tanjiro's beliefs like if I was a demon, somebody from the Demon Slayer Corps would do me the favor of beheading me. He does like do you think that would corrupt you? If you are a good person like Tanjiro and then you become a demon.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I feel like it's weird for him to say that when it doesn't use that logic on Nezuko. That's why I think him saying that was weird.
Yeah.
He doesn't want anyone to behead Nezuko. He doesn't see it as
He's
doing Nezuko
like
a
cure.
favor. Yeah. He's doing a cure. So why is he thinking that he wouldn't be able to have some type of control over it in the way that Nezuko does?
I mean, he doesn't like... He's not like, oh yeah, Nezuko has control over it. Like, I'm like, we'll never cure her because she has control over it. Mm-hmm. Like,
he's still searching for a cure.
Yeah, he doesn't like the idea of like a person being a demon, you know?
Yeah, it was just odd to hear him talk like that, when he's not doing something like that to Nezuko. Like, does he not? He sees it more as a favor to her that he is becoming a demon slayer and trying to find a cure. But for him, he'd want someone to just kill him.
maybe if there was no hope. Like,
There
I mean,
was no hope.
nobody else is trying to find a cure. You know?
Seemingly, yeah. Who knows? What if we meet people who are actually searching for a cure?
That'd be cool. Zenitsu came out of nowhere to use his...
Godlike speed. That's what it was.
That he can use it twice.
And he already used it to get out of the rubble, and the time of him trying to cut off Daki's head was the second time. He said it, like, destroys his legs, basically.
So does this mean, like he didn't just, find this ability? Like, he probably trained under it or practiced it to the point of knowing that he could use it twice?
He knows of it, yeah.
Yeah.
And he obviously knows his body limit of it.
That was so cool,
And then,
dude.
like, you being right about how Inosuke could have survived was wild.
It's kind of, like, I didn't feel good about it because I'm still like, how? Like,
how do you move your internal organs around? They're all attached to stuff.
I brought it up offhandedly because it was like half of a joke. Like, because I'm like, okay, he can fit in a small hole, but
he's like a
dislocated
contortionist.
shoulders. But, like, that's a different story than moving your heart. Like,
And also, like, how do you still survive with a hole through your body? Regardless, blood loss is a thing. Obviously using the, like, techniques to, like, help close the hole or whatever. And Tanjiro has, like, a literal... we're not there yet. We're going in chronological order.
Yeah. But no, you're right. He has a literal hole in his chin. We had Tengen's entrance, which was so badass, dude.
I love that...
He used his muscle to force his heart to stop.
Part of me was like, is this Tanjiro and Zenitsu versus them? Like, are they going to finish them off? And we were especially thinking that because, the will against will, it seemed like Tanjiro and Zenitsu might have a chance if, they really mustered everything that they had left.
Yeah.
And then to have Inosuke and Tengen hop back in to help both of them, I was elated by that.
I love
technique.
the idea of the musical score technique. Like, I am going to assume that it takes place over a period of time, like a period of a fight, until that you are given enough information and enough, like, sounds, notes, to understand to make basically like an alphabet or like a sheet
like
of
what each note is.
Yeah, like it would take time within a battle to gauge every note possible, and then once you completely understand it, the technique is finished. And
Gyutaru's attack is a song.
Yeah.
And Tengen finally has the sheet music for it.
Exactly,
Basically, he can play it. That's so cool.
So, like, and now that he completely understood it, I loved this. This was one of my favorite techniques in all of Demon Slayer, I think, so far. I adore this technique.
I was surprised by how quickly Gyutaru got, like, caught on to what it meant.
Yeah. That filthy score of yours. Oh my god. That was so cool. The fight here between Gyutaro and Tengen was so good. Like, the animation, the distance spanned between the fight.
What I liked was when they were drawing their faces. Oh, okay, you just, like, hopped onto one of them. Okay, so, like, the drawing of the faces, like, it's so anime to me.
The thick outlines.
And the showing both people screaming at the same time and, like, back and forth and closer and closer and closer. And, like, even I've seen things similar, but I love them every time. They're such a good way to, like, hype up just how much people are, like, freaking trying, you know, and, like, trying to overpower the other one. I think it does a great job at showing the actual, like, emotional feelings.
It totally does. Yeah.
And I was surprised that Tanjiro was able to keep up speed-wise because Tengen and Gyutaru were speeding around like godlike speed, like Zenitsu.
Yeah. It wasn't, I don't think it was keeping up to the degree of, like, being as fast as they are.
Yeah, but I was just surprised that he was even, like, able to keep watch of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching on the screen and I'm like, oh, like, trying to follow them.
But they had, like, this really good chemistry, Tengen and Tanjiro, and, like, he was like a go up, like, jump, and he did. Yo, how? Tanjiro has got sliced through the bottom of his jaw into his mouth.
I wonder if his tongue was back.
Good question.
Because we see even the point, I think, coming out of his mouth through, you know? So I'm wondering, like, was his tongue there?
Can you do, like, does that affect breathing techniques? You know?
That's what, like, when he was at the very end, it's like, how do you breathe when you have that much blood in your mouth?
Yeah.
And you have a hole in your mouth that's other than, like, the mouth hole that you close. Like, I don't know how you continue breathing. Oh, is that his tongue?
Yeah.
Okay, so his tongue wasn't, like, but still. And, like, poison.
Inosuke has, like, an immunity, seemingly, to poison since he grew up in
I
the
remember a few
wilderness.
episodes ago, I was like, I'm sure he
Yeah.
walked around eating random berries and stuff that he shouldn't have, or mushrooms. It makes so much sense that he would have had to learn. He basically was there as a baby, like a literal infant. So obviously he had to learn what was edible.
Yeah. What the fuck is this transformation? 100 times the force.
And then his scar burns into like a big flame.
It looks like the dude's scar from the flashback of Muzan's memories through Daki, right? Mm-hmm. And I, like, what does this mean? Because, like, we were told by Tanjiro after his flashback to Rengoku's father that, like, he just got the scar from happenstance. He's not the chosen one, right? Is it so far, like, down the lineage that, like, he can somehow dig deep and then activate it momentarily?
What if the scar isn't necessarily, like, actually on your person anymore, and it's more just a scar that can come from the power in battle?
Yeah.
And it's more just about the imagery of what happens to you when you use this power, and less like, you're the chosen one if you're born with this specific scar. Like, what if this shows that he's chosen because it appears on his head, like, it appears on him. It's giving him the power. He has the power.
It looks like a transformation. Like his hair is reacting. His hair is a different shade, more saturated shade of red, you know?
Yeah.
Like the scar, like, I think if a human or Gyutaro was looking at Tanjiro right now, they'd see this scar too, like the way that it looks. Is this like a form that he's going to be able to control, like, or like he's going to be able to tap into and train? Like, this is this has to be a transformation, right?
I think that all depends on if he's, like, actually fully able to use sun breathing fully without huge body repercussions of it killing him.
Was he using sun breathing here?
100 times the force. I don't know. Maybe he was just using all of everything in his body and it happened.
It like 100 times the force. It was like,
and it burned.
It burned for sure. I don't know if that's a sun breathing thing or a lineage thing.
You're right. It could just be appearing on him to show that he lineage, you know?
Yeah. It matches the scar from the one dude, right? Or it's at least close to it. Mm-hmm. And we got Gyutaro's head cut off. We have Inosuke coming out of nowhere and is still as cocky as ever because he has every right to be. And Zenitsu and Inosuke take down Daki.
So the fact that we were at this point, or like not even close to this point, like 3 episodes ago, with the same people against the same demon.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was Zenitsu and Inosuke in better shape. Yeah. It's like what they can pull out of themselves when they're about to die, basically.
Never give up, right? Mm-hmm. I loved all the thick lines on the drawings of Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro. Ugh.
The art for this episode was good, phenomenal. Dude.
I loved
like all of those screenshots, you know, all those screen grabs right there are like paintings in themselves.
Yeah, and then we get their heads both all the way chopped off, right? Mm-hmm. They both land next to each other, a little bit sad, a little bit badass of a scene, I think, you know. Mm-hmm. But then the body is what seemingly explodes, right? Tengen's like, run, it's not over.
Well, okay. I think it's either the self-destruction or it's the fact that these are upper rank.
Yes,
you know, like,
correct.
think back to, like, the Tamari demon. It took a while for the Tamari demon to, like, actually, you know, if there was a slow disappearing of the Tamari demon.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you're an upper rank and you have even more blood, you can still control your body for a some time period after your head's cut off. And then you die.
Yeah.
As like a last ditch trying to get your head back, basically. Because they can always get their head back and, like, you know, be okay, right? No? Not the Nichirin sword, right?
No, not the only exception for this is because it's Daki and Gyutaro.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that's a thing. Like, there's no way they can get their head back. So I think it might be like fading moments. You could do one last attack to try to take somebody down with you.
I'm trying to remember Rui's death right now.
In what way?
Just like how long it took Rui to disappear, basically.
It was like, I mean, it's hard to gauge because Rui was having like a flashback moment, and then we heard Tanjiro talk to Giyu like about like don't step on his head or something like that, right? But it like he was dead. Like after his head got cut off, he was gone. There was no fight left in him.
He was a lower rank though, right?
Yeah.
I think I like your idea that he was basically just self-imploding.
Yeah.
To try to kind of, as a last ditch, kill all the humans that are around here. Wouldn't they want to take down a Hashira that was strong enough to kill an upper rank demon? Yeah.
I mean,
maybe Muzan works that into them,
yeah.
you know?
And he like, okay, if you're dying, then take down whatever killed you. Mm-hmm. You know?
Because then it'll just kill more of us, basically, if it was able to kill you.
Yeah. Like, we've seemingly... I know Tengen said, like, it's not over. But, like, it's not over yet. Is that, like...
He knew.
Oh, for sure. He definitely knew here. But I'm wondering, is that, like, it's not over yet, the fight isn't over? Or this last attack is coming, and after that, it's over?
That's why I wondered if it was an actual thing that happens with upper ranks.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, maybe Tengen's heard through the grapevine. I don't know. But obviously, he knows something's going to happen before it even happens. So he knows that if you... Can he hear it before it happens? Or does he know that this is something that happens with
upper ranks?
Upper ranks?
I don't know. What did he say? What did Gyutaro say right before his head was chopped off? He was like, I have to do the whatever technique, right?
He had to, he was trying to do a certain technique.
Yeah. It was right there.
Yeah, it was right there. Brother, do something, will you, brother?
I have to unleash the rotating circle slashes. That, I think that is what we saw at the end.
Really?
Yes.
I took that as him saying, I need to try to do it right now to get them away from me.
I agree. I think that is what happened, but like this is the second before his head's cut off. So I think that he was like already putting that into motion.
Starting it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like you kind of can't stop a train once it's going kind of thing. It could have been that he had already started doing it. So.
Yeah. God, this is the art and the animation is so good.
I would say they're like they're what's it called when you like storyboard, when you say like what shot is going to be shown at what time kind of thing, like what scene. I think that's amazing too. Oh my god, what a shot. I wonder how much, if at all, animation they did for the Mugen Train arc, and the reason that like potentially they didn't do like too much of it since it was already animated as a movie, that they were able to spend so much more time and budget on these episodes. It definitely seems like they have a lot of artistry and time with these episodes. So,
and like, look though, something seems off about this. Like,
why is Hinatsuru the only one that's able to notice that though?
Wait, something seems off about this. I wonder why.
Is it she's reading Tengen's body language and that's what makes her think something's wrong? Or can she also sense that it's not the end?
Or maybe she, like, and in the moment, I was like, oh, is she talking about, like, Tanjiro, like, being poisoned and, like, not being able to breathe? And...
But I feel like in a broader sense, she knew that, like, nothing was right.
Yeah.
How do you even, like, freaking slow down the poison when you can't breathe?
I'm gonna get up, it's not over yet, and then... Right?
Mm-hmm. How did they keep going with freaking like all of these wounds and things cut off? I think I'd pass out as soon as I got one of these wounds.
I have like obviously been taught this episode that they have much more fight than a human could. Like they can push themselves beyond again and again. So I'm like, okay, they have to have pushed themselves on another time to get out of that explosion. You know what I mean? But how?
I mean, Tanjiro couldn't even breathe there, basically.
Yeah.
He was trying to figure out how to breathe.
Do we see them get like picked up by the rubble here? Like being in...
Yeah. We don't see what happens with Tanjiro, but we see all the other three literally getting thrown up, like an upward motion.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not... So, remember how Tanjiro at the beginning of the episode was blaming himself for what happened to Tengen?
Yeah.
I am hoping that this isn't going to be a fulfillment of that.
Yeah.
That Tengen saved him at the expense of his life, basically.
It's a grim situation, man. I don't know, like, how...
I mean, like, story-wise and just animation-wise and, like, episode structure-wise, super compelling, unfortunately, to have the episode start with Tanjiro thinking that he had been brought the demise of Tengen and should have stayed around and not left Tengen's side, and then Tengen sacrifice himself later on for Tanjiro.
You're very
right.
Unfortunately,
that would be very compelling.
Yes, you are very, very right.
Just the structure of the episode.
I can't believe they got this. I think what they did with the outro here is beautiful.
Amazing. And just like it all starts to fall, like snow, but it's not snow.
Yeah, ashes, amber. This is canon. Like, I'm gonna try. This is canon. Like, this is the outro here. I take it as canon. That's what the world looks like. Like, that's what the area that is around them looks like right now. It's like pitch black. It's like quiet seemingly, and then people are dead or what? I don't think.
I feel like Suma, Maki, Hinatsu, they wouldn't be where they are if everyone hadn't been evacuated already. They wouldn't all be like hanging out on a roof to see what was happening with the battle.
I meant like our team.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said like everyone, so I was wondering if you meant like other people in buildings too. But yeah.
I don't know how we survived that. If we do, we need help. We need the medics. What are they called? I don't know.
Oh my gosh! And they wear the white
I'm
or is it black? It's black, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a scarf and then a head.
I can't believe they did the Taisho era fact in this.
Yeah, come on.
I was like,
the mood was not there for it. Like, I was not in the mood for a Taisho era secret.
It's hilarious, but like I was like,
it's
what?
It's funny because I wasn't in the mood.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
It.
He has a rock hard head.
And they used a Nosuke to basically simulate the boar that his mom had butted.
For a second, I was like, can he paralyze a demon by headbutting one? Like,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, did he like put the sun in his head?
Next week, I don't know if it's the finale. It might be the finale, but it's 45 minutes long.
I remember 45 minutes long, the next episode. That's a movie. That's wild.
This whole season's been a movie, bro.
That makes me excited. I was already excited, but like a 45-minute episode, whenever you get told that something's getting like more time than usual, it's always like, oh, yes.
So that's probably an hour long technically with commercials, but maybe, I don't know. But do you Gyutaro and Daki are dead, right? Like they're gone?
Well, if that was him self-imploding, then yes, that was his last ditch, last effort to make Muzan happy. Because Muzan doesn't care if he loses demons. He'd care more if they were unable to take down the Demon Slayers.
Yeah. All right, that's all I have you.
Yeah. Dang.
I love the godlike speed moment. That was a big highlight too. Ugh. Okay.
Go Zenny too.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.